When it comes to creating your Black Friday campaign, you want to have the visual side of things consistent across your brand throughout the campaign. Now, when we do any kind of marketing campaign, we do this one thing. And in today's episode of Content Catalyst, I've got Stacey Hughes, Facebook ads expert, joining me, where we're going to be talking about creating a recognizable assets for your Black Friday campaign. Hey, Stacey, welcome to the episode.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So this is a 10-part series that we're doing to help people get their Black Friday campaign up and running. We've spoken about why do a Black Friday campaign. We've spoken about what kind of offers, like there's 8 different offers that people can choose to do over that Black Friday campaign. We've also spoken about the magic numbers, pricing psychology, what to charge. And we've also spoken about making it easy for people to buy from you. So in this episode, this is the next step of all of this, is getting everything ready so you have a consistent visual look across your campaign, across platforms as well. So let's jump in. What's your experience? Because as somebody that designs ads for people for their Facebook, how important is it to have a consistent, identifiable look?
Yeah, it's so important. It shows your audience that visibility and it creates the sales. So that you need to have consistent assets that are created for your Black Friday promotion to promote it, as well as the ads as well. So just making sure that your content and your assets are all similar.
Yeah, absolutely. So the first step I start with is, what is the visual look going to be? So if you're using Canva, and most of us do, right? It's like you can go in and Canva's got some great templates for campaigns. But what I encourage you to do is have a think about what's your color palette going to be for the campaign. And often people, especially if you've got quite rigid branding style guide, think that they only, if your branding colors are blue and green, they think that that's the only color that they can use in their campaign. What's your feedback on that?
Yeah, well, I think if we're doing a actual campaign like we are for a Black Friday, you can have a bit of fun and play around with your colors. So, for example, well, I know for me last year I had a photo shoot done and I was wearing a lot of pink, and I was able to use an AI tool to that pink outfit into a black one. So I then created all the assets for my Black Friday promotion that way. So yeah, think about, if it's going to be Black Friday, obviously the obvious one is black,
Yeah.
but you can have a bit of fun and a bit of a play around with that.
Yeah, I like what you said about that, because everyone does think it's black, so I've got to do everything in black. But what is your contrasting color? And we spoke about it in our previous episode when we were talking about making it easy for people to buy and picking a high contrasting color in your campaign that pops. So even if everything's black, like you said, you had pink as your accent color. And so think about what is going to be your accent color, because when it comes to getting people to click and buy, you want to have that to be your highlighting color. So, for example, in our Black Friday lead machine challenge that we're running this week, we've got orange and teal as our highlight colors. So that high contrasting orange color is on our call to action buttons, and it's also on our thumbnails to make it really pop. And that is an emphasis of what our brand colors are normally, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's just an extension really of what our brand colors are, but we're using it for this particular Black Friday campaign. So yeah, you can go away from your usual brand colors and create something just for this campaign.
Yeah. Look, I've seen it done with even big brand names. I remember when I went to Champagne in France, and I went to Pommery, and I walked in and they had this whole, like, it's real old school, beautiful tasting room. But over in the corner, they had like a beach campaign set up. And so they had these beach umbrellas, they had bright yellow coolers and tables and that set up. So they chose something that isn't out on their normal style of content to make it pop. So having a think about what are your colors that you're going to do for your campaign, and then like you said about getting a photo shoot done. So if you're going to then do a campaign shoot for it, I want you to go through and think about, do you need to get a new photo shoot, or are you going to be repurposing content that you've already got? Go and find those assets and put it into a folder so it's organized and ready to go that you can use it across the campaign. What are the other assets that we need when we're doing a
Yeah,
Black Friday?
so you need like a promo banner suite as well. So website header,
Yeah.
LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook cover. If you have Facebook groups, you'll need a banner for that one as well, and an email header. So yeah, once you sort of get one in the right size, you can just make sure that it's the right sizes across all of those platforms. You'll also need some design templates as well. So, a canvas set for your image graphics, your carousels, and any other promo post stories or reels. Again, they're all different sizes. So, it's good to have those all in a template ready to go, which we will be providing as part of our campaign.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, like for me, whenever I'm like doing a campaign, I always start with what's the header image that goes on your website, the thumbnails that you're going to do for your content. So for YouTube, for example, but then I'm going to repurpose that content and make, like you said, the Facebook banner and then the email banner, and everything else flows from there. And the beautiful thing that Canva, you can resize everything in one spot now.
Ah, so great how they changed that you can do it all in one file now.
I love that so much. So let's talk about the assets that you need to for ads as well, Stace. What are the assets that you need to run your campaign? And if you're gonna,
Yeah, so I always recommend doing all the all the formats. So,
yeah,
yeah, you want a image graphic, definitely a carousel, reel covers. So if you're going to do face to camera reels, or some B-roll reels, then you have a thumbnail that you can use for your reel cover, and then you can use those also just for posting on Facebook and Instagram natively, organically, and then you can turn that content into ads as well.
yeah, for sure. And look, when it comes to creating video content, if you start with your hero video, like your, face to camera video, you can then chop that up. You can then make B-roll clips while you're, if you're, like I've got my orange jacket on because that's our theme for Black Friday. But if I'm going to do content, I'm going to be using that for all my B-roll videos that I'm also going to film at the same time as well. So film your talking head video, have something that stands out and recognizable in that time when you're filming. So, like I said, I've got my orange jacket on at the moment, but you might have a prop, you might have a cup or whatever it is. But having a recognizable prop while you're doing your videos is a great idea as well.
Yeah, that's really good.
All right, so that's pretty much it for this episode. It's a nice quick one because essentially it's just about giving you permission, I guess, to go. You don't need to be really strict in your branding. How can you take your high contrasting color out of your branding and really emphasize that? Bring it to life, give it some character, give it a personality. We did it with our campaign. We've been playing with some AI tools, and we turned ourselves into action figures and racing car drivers because it is a bit of fun because of Black Friday lean machine. And I actually had somebody comment about that today. They were like, "Oh, I saw your branding for Black Friday, the racing car thing." That's what they remembered. So we want to use assets that make us stand out because there is a lot of Black Friday content that's about to get swamped on our feeds at the moment. So if you can stand out with something that isn't, and that's what I'm saying. It's really good that Canva has got these templates, but if it looks like everyone else's templates, then it's just gonna just be muddy water.
Get lost, yeah.
But
Yeah, but have a think about how you can make yours stand out and be different. And I think we've done that with our theme of the lead machine, the racing car drivers, and you turn them into like AI videos. Like, there's so many tools now that we can use to
yeah,
do this, isn't it? It's just so much easier to do things like be more creative with your campaign.
yeah, absolutely. And here's the thing, like you can take if you've had a photo shoot done, you can actually take those images, and then I went over to Google Gemini on the weekend, and I went, "Take that green jacket and make it orange for this thumbnail." So it
Amazing.
means that you can extend the life of your photo shoot that you've already got sitting there in your assets. So, you think, "Oh, I don't have time for that," or "I've got these beautiful photo shoots, but I want to theme it to this color," then you can use AI for that. And I'm gonna show you how to do that in our Black Friday lead machine as well. Hey,
Amazing.
so if you haven't already, go back and listen to our previous episodes if you are putting together a Black Friday offer. And in our next episode, Stacey, you're going to take us through uh, what are the ad campaigns that we need to be doing for Black Friday, because it's fantastic to have the right offer and it's great to have the content, but we want to use our ads to amplify our message. Talk us through what you're going to cover in our next episode.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about the two different campaigns that you're going to need, and
Yeah.
one being a list building, a lead campaign, something for free that you're going to put out there. And it might even just be getting people to join a wait list to find out about your Black Friday offer. But we're going to be doing that. And then the second part is we want to then retarget all the people that,
Yeah.
have been following you on Facebook. They've responded to something on Instagram, they've gone to your website, they're on your email list. We're going to be retargeting them in Black Friday time. Normally, that's quite an expensive time to advertise, but we're going to be retargeting our warm people with our offer and making those sales.
Amazing. Can't wait till the next episode, Stace. All right. Well, for anyone that wants to join us for Black Friday Lead Machine, head over to blackfridayleadmachine.com and we kick off on Wednesday. You've got 3 days. They're implementation workshops. Let's be real about this. This isn't sitting on the sideline and just watching. We are actually doing the things. So at the end of the week, you've got your Black Friday campaign ready and up and running, ready to make money. Because at the end of the day, this is an opportunity for businesses to get that last, cash injection before the end of the year, to give you a little bit of breathing room, because a lot of businesses slow down after, January, February, well, December, January, I should say. And so this is a great opportunity to get that cash injection and build your list for when you want to launch for next year as
Right?
well. All right. I'm Deb Sabo.
I'm Stacey Hughes, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.